on air every evening, the whole world must listen. As long as we preach this very gospel, Chukwu Okike Abiama must be with us. Therefore, without any further hesitation, we must proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwu Okike Abiama who resided in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, nna anyị nke bi n'eluigwe, ka aha gị dị nsọ, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained, that this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day. Chukwu Abiama believe we're whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth, Chukwu Okike Abiama, to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. Ahadin sosine bigebi rone bigebi. He said, my name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet, I tell you. I lead indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. So also do I command the armies of Biafra. They are fiercely loyal. They are loyal, I tell you, and doing the work that I expect them to do. I also direct Radio Biafra Chineke, not through any power which I possess or any extraordinary knowledge, but by your grace, O Lord. By your grace, Chukwokika Biama. We honor you and we adore you. I know that some people listening, including the British, may not understand what we are doing. But there is nobody in Britain that answers Nwachukwu, the child of heaven. We do. Therefore, when we worship our Father, people should not try to be jealous. They should not feign ignorance or misunderstanding, because we are ancient people. We have been doing this for over 5,000 years and will continue to do so until the end of time.
He say, please let's have a minute of silence in honor of our fallen heroes. May the souls of our fallen heroes continue to rest in peace in the mighty name of Chukwu Kabiama. He say. Fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom, you're all welcome to tonight's program. It's going to be a very, very intense moment indeed, because this is a very passionate call to stand and defend what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legacy and what Biafra is all about. I'm very sorry the kids are just noisy, but I'm going to quickly hand over to Mama Biafra, because this is a very intense situation. The people that have been sent to come and make a caricature and a joke of our sacred and the divine movement to emancipate ourselves from the captivity of the demonic, diabolic country called Nigeria. But there are those that are sent in to come and cause mayhem, come and cause trouble, come and set us backward, come and become a spot in this our feasts, or this our attempt to liberate ourselves from this lifelong captivity, which have had an expiring date. And here we are at the threshold of our freedom. We have our leader, Onye Ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ọhamadike ndị Igbo niile, otu onye na-asị unu abịaruola, obeji ofumbaji a na-eme offload, nnuturu osimiri, gaga n'ogwu of Biafra land, ofu onye a na-ahụ ebili na adaji. The most intelligent and most educated and most responsible Biafran in the history of our creation as a Biafran nation, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Ọhamadike ndị Igbo. People sent from hell to distract him. Of course, he is not perturbed about it, but here tonight we have Mama Biafra, the one who has met one-on-one Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has received blessings of the Most High, Chukwokika Biama, from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself, direct in the sunshine state of California. They met one-on-one, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu blessed her and gave her a mantle and said, I believe in you, Mama Biafra. Tonight, we're going to hear from the voice of one who is passionate about Biafra, who is sold out to Biafra, who will only step her foot in Biafra land when we are restored as a nation. For how many years now she has been longing for that to happen. And Ogahan Noeba, Ofu Adaka will come, behaving like Ochicha, not knowing that there are juggernauts, there are people that believe in this, that will not joke with this freedom. So please, make welcome Mama Biafra to the podium as she introduce herself formally and then grab the microphone, because when time comes, Mama Biafra, you will ask me to play the video that you will listen to, and I'm sure that video is going to get you angry enough to say a lot of things more. But for the time being, take over the microphone. Biafrans are here to listen to you. Go ahead, Mama Biafra. Sorry, no, wait, your mic is muted. Let me unmute you from here. Okay, go ahead now.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever the Lord positioned you, because only God positions us wherever we are. He did that so well. He positioned us between the two tropics, the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. And he knows that the heat there is so much. What did the compassionate God do? He gave us an extra, the melanin, so that the ultraviolet rays will not kill us all off. That's how compassionate God thinks about us individually. So when somebody from nowhere comes to tell you otherwise, you stand firm, put your foot on the ground, and let them know God has positioned me here. And when he positioned me here, he warned that nobody should move boundaries. Only God creates nations. any nation that is not created by God will melt in fervent heat, and the ashes will be scattered all over the world, everywhere. Nigeria was not created by God. The British created Nigeria. That's why they are having all these problems. And eventually, Nigeria will be consumed, and the original owners of the land, which are Biafra, Oduduwa, and Arewa, will take over, will emerge from the ashes and survive. So today, I'm angry for someone who is not even a Biafran. I will first of all start as Ada Biafra, Mwakpo Biafra. I don't know. For those of you, you know what Onowu means. Onowu are the kingmakers. They are not the kings, but if they don't crown you a king, you cannot be king. That's how powerful. You know who is the prime minister. I am Ada Onowu. Okay? So, not just that, I am Ada Biafra, authentic Ada Biafra. When I stand up, Onyendu told us what marks a Biafran. We appear in two wrappers. Yes, anywhere two wrappers are tied. No, they are Biafrans. In case of those who do not know. So today, by the powers vested on me, as a daughter of the land, I am stripping Nneka Chimezie of that law she is answering. Nobody should ever address her as Lolo again. She is not Lolo. She is not a Biafran. Let me take you guys back to history. In 1804, Usman Dan Fodio had his plan to conquer us and then dip their Quran in the Atlantic Ocean. They will have to run over all of us, Biafra land everywhere. They encountered their problem in Benue. That's why they hate the Benue people so much. The Benues didn't know about that. They supported them during the war. Now look at what's happening. They are all in IDP camps because they were a barrier for them to get through to dip their Quran, their stupid Quran, in the Atlantic Ocean. They killed a lot of Idomas, Igalas, and so on. Biafrans, what did we do? We sent in our men to go there and procreate and replenish the land. So that's why when you see Idomas, Igalas, and so on, they look like Igbos. But they didn't get the message. What they did to us in 1966 at Akwanga, when we were all beheaded during the program, women were carrying the headless bodies of their family with the head on the side, so you know whose head and whose body. And when they got to Akwanga, what did these Benue people do? They put a stumbling block and derailed the train and then massacred. That's why Onyendu said that wherever a drop of blood of Biafran drop, they shed a drop of a Biafran's blood, that they will all pay. That's what's going on. I'm not a sadist. I'm just giving history. Because if you don't know history, you will become history for others to learn from you. So coming to that, in 1804, when Usman Dan Fodio came down, Ezi Nneka, the Were area, they inhabited those areas. And you have fourth, third, second, fifth generations of Igbo Hausas. Those people speak more dialect of Ezi Nneka, the Were, the rest of them, more than you and I. Because they've never been to the north. They've always been there. They were raised there from one generation to the other. Even during the Hajj, when they went to Mecca, these people, they were speaking very fluent Igbo. They said they are Igbo Muslims, but they are all fake. So, and this Imi Ezi Nneka Lolo is from Olu. So, and you know, Olu is equidistant from Owerri. Who knows if her grandfather or great-grandfather was one of the Fulanis? Because the way she lies, tell me who your friends are and I will tell you who you are. The way she lies, for the Fulani, it is called takia. It's okay to lie. Muhammad will not do anything to you as long as you are doing it to the so-called infidel. They see us as infidels, Christians. They were confused and told that if they kill any of us, that's why they don't have conscience. They kill any of us, they'll be sent to their heaven, where they will have 72 virgins. Can you imagine the stupidity, the moronic nature? You will be given 72 virgins. By the time you finish sleeping with all of them, will you still be alive? And then for their females who do suicide bombing, there was no provision for you guys. So if they had common sense, they would say, why will it be only the males that are taken care of? What about us females that kill for Muhammad and so on? That will tell you, knowledge is power. My people perish for lack of knowledge. So this Nneka, I can bet you she is not a Biafran. Just look at her physical. Look at her face. During the war, we used to call them Bodo Bodo. They were the people from Burkina Faso, now Burkina Faso, Niger, Chad. They were brought in to help fight the war. Tall, black, confused people. Look at her face. Does that face look like the face of an authentic Biafran woman? No. Look at the way she conducts herself. Look at the way she cuts her hair. And she lies. Pathological liar. How dare you, Nneka, Imi Ezi, Chameleon, Chimezie, open your mouth, your stinking gutter to attack Onyendu. Look at her. She's a chameleon. To attack Onyendu, our Messiah, the most brilliant man in this world, a prince, a royalty with blue blood flowing in his veins. How dare you lie against an innocent man, saying he went to Kenya to do Arabanko? That's why he was caught. Was cheating on the wife. Are you living with them? Or are you a fly in their bedroom? Who told you that? If Uchechi told you that, that will be between she and Onyendu when Onyendu comes out. Because Onyendu will be coming out. I'm not going to stay here and attack Lolo Uchechi Okukano. I will accord her associated respect because of my supreme leader, Onyendu. I'm not going to come here and insult her. I'm not going to say anything negative about her, because one thing we must know, you never meddle in a case between a husband and wife, because when they will settle, you will be on the outskirts. Okay, so that's why I won't get into her case. But if my own is that, if at all she has to answer us some questions. Did you tell Nneka, because I saw you frolicking with her? This is somebody who lied against your husband when she went to Sokoto. And then she lied that Onyendu told her this, told her that, which is all lies. We should follow DOS. Do this, do that. If at all you guys know, when Onyendu was first locked up, the most powerful DOS planned a coup and told the deputy, Uchenna Mefo, we will make you leader. Just let's forget Onyendu, let him die in jail. Uchenna Mefo did not assent to that, and they were against him. That was then, when the devil had not gone into Uchenna, Uchemefo. That's why Onyendu loved him so much and said, if Uchenna were to be a woman, I would marry her. He would be my wife. That's how much Onyendu loved Uchemefo. But when the devil got into Uche, through the brother-law Mefo in Abuja, they penetrated us through. He was very loyal, but when the temptation came, he cowered to it. And where is he now? We must learn from Onyendu. Onyendu, in spite of all this, never abused Uchenna, never abused him, never said anything, never took him to court. Onyendu believes we must get the land first before planning to build. Let's get Biafra first. When we get to our homeland, we will sort everything out. That's the wisdom of a God-fearing man. I met one-on-one with Onyendu when he came to California. Yes. And I asked him to pray for me. He laid hands on me and prayed for me. I didn't know the implication, the spiritual significance then. That was 2015. Yes. Not knowing that that will carry me. And after that, I have prayed for this young man and I PM every day with Psalm 70. That's the psalm the mom used in praying for him whenever he wants to leave for school. It's a short psalm. You guys can use it to pray for him. It's only like 6 verses. It's not going to take you anything. Pray for that young man. He has given so much. And for this buffoon, Nneka chameleon, Imi Ezi Chimezie, who has been bought over because he wants money. She wants money. She was bought over to lie. How can you be telling lies that even the blind can tell you're telling lies? Onyendu, when you offer him money, oh, please put it in Omueri account. Onyendu does not have a house, does not have a car. Even when in London, when he was going on program with Uchemefo, he sold everything just to maintain Radio Biafra. What more do we need from him? He said we will betray him, but he'll never betray us. Look at all what they're offering that young man. For this buffoon, this son of a gun, to come and tell lies against him, that he has collected money. He's not even talking about Biafra. How dare you? How dare you, Nneka Chimezie? Shame on you. You say you have 7 children, 7 boys and a girl, and you're behaving like this. You forget. Internet does not forget. It does not forgive. No matter what, your great-grandchildren will see what you did. But by the way, I'm sure your anger where Onyendu is because he said when we get to Biafra land, we will do DNA to know the originals, to know those who are bona fide Biafrans. Because if we don't do that, it's like a polluted stream. Instead of you looking for the pollutant to take it out, you're scooping the water. That's why all these saboteurs, they keep their generations When their dad finishes being saboteur, the son will be a saboteur. Just go through the history of saboteurs and those who have gone against Biafra. If you look, we don't talk much about them. Does anybody answer Okpa Biasika? What about the so-called giant of Africa, Nnamdi Azikiwe? Are we talking about him? Yeah, that one looks, his face looks like that of Nneka Chimezie, or whatever she answers. Look at Ugwanyi. Just have a picture as I'm mentioning this thing. Look at them. These are not Biafrans. They are not. By birth, they are. Look at the ugly duckling. Yes. Look at her. She has the nerves. Has she ever been in double wrapper? I don't know. If she were to be a bona fide Biafran, how can she be going round Biafra land and talking against the Nigerian military and nothing happens to her? That will tell you she is in bed with them. She is in bed with them, chameleon. That's where you are. So nobody should ever call her Lolo. She's not. She's been stripped of that title. If she answers it, she answers it on her own. But nobody should address the demon of her time as Lolo. I am so pissed off. How dare you lie against Onyendu? Look at the face of a praying human being. You say you're praying. How can God answer this kind of prayer with the ugliness and everything? Come on. You lie and lie and lie, and you think, my mom used to say, if you can lie, you can steal. If you can steal, you can kill. This woman, she exemplifies all three. So this same woman, she wanted to tear down the fabrics of Biafra, of Biafrans, authentic Biafrans, well indigenous people of Biafra. She had a program where she suggested that those men living in the diaspora should marry so many wives and have them procreating. The Igbo culture, the Biafran culture, when somebody comes to marry your child, they say they see a flower in your home. And then they tell you, and in turn, the family of the flower they see, they will now go and do a background on that guy who's coming to marry into their family, because they don't want to get into families where they have mad genes, or they are thieves, or they are crooked, or they don't have longevity. As a matter of fact, Biafrans gave to the world background. When you go to get a job, they do a background check on you. Biafrans are so brilliant. We started doing this from time immemorial. Yes, we do background. And for this moronic retard to say that our men who are living outside should marry a lot of wives, leave them at home, and then anybody can come and sleep with them and make babies so that we can populate the land with thieves, thugs, criminals, whatever. Nah, it's not going to happen. She tried that because that's the plan of the plan of the British, because they cannot conquer the Igbos. The only way they can do it is by mixing up our genes, messing up our gene pool. And then when that gene pool is messed up, mixed with the Fulani gene, then you have a corner in your heart, a softness for the Fulanis. When you're talking about the evil they're doing, that person will say, oh no, you know what, let's just allow them, they didn't mean it, and so on. That's what happens. You know, after the war, there was hunger in the land. You don't blame the women. They were out there looking for how to fend for their families. Remember, they took all our money, gave us only 20 pounds. And there were barracks all over the land. And these women will go to the barracks. You know the saying, soldier go, soldier come, barrack remain. So now, these women, when they go there in 1970, what they give to them is salted fish, Astra soap, and flip-flops, what we normally call bedroom slippers. That's what they bring back. Fun wasn't rampant. So when they move the soldiers, and your daughter is already pregnant, or you pregnant, that's not where you can locate them. So they started polluting our gene pool, getting all these bastards here and there. Yeah, that are not authentic Biafrans. That is the problem we're having today. A lot of them born after 1967, because during the war, some of these women will go over the enemy line in order to find food and bring back. And then these foolish, uncircumcised, dirty fools will lay with them. Then after the one of the barracks, now women decided they want to go to Jos to sell tomato. When you go to sell tomato, you need a down payment in order to buy the tomato. What do? The Alaji, the Fulani idiots, the uncircumcised fool, will lay with them and then give them the tomatoes. And when the woman notices she's pregnant, she will now go home and go have a intercourse, conjugal visit with the husband. And then when she's oh, nah boy, I force the common sum. It's and then there was no DNA. Who checks on those things? Nobody. That's how we were infesting our gene pool. That's the goal of the British. Look at all of them. Look at all of them. Look at Awasa and all of them. All Jews of Kano. Do you think these people are authentic Biafrans and they will be giving away Lock Panther for the Fulanis to come and be killing their own? Uzodimba to come and be bombing his own? Where have you ever seen that? Bombing his people, killing them. Look at what is in Okigwe. What have the Okigwe people done to you? Let me ask you, Uzodimba, what have Okigwe people done to you that you don't want them to drink water and set their cup down? God will deal with all of you. God will deal with all of you. So this stupid, moronic retard, ugly duckling, Biafrans are beautiful. Yes, Biafrans are beautiful. Look at her. Look at what she looks like. Yeah. Biafra, no matter we age graciously. I don't know who will be 74 in November. Place both of us side by side and compare and contrast. Look at her. I'm not sure she may be in her 50s. Look at that horrible nose. Look at her. Look at the way she cuts her hair. You have boys that will have wives and children, and you're being a punk. Come on, you're a free spirit? Then go and join them. You don't even look like a woman. I don't know. Allegedly. I don't know if you're a he, she. Okay? If you're a he, she. Because you don't look like a woman. Who knows? Who knows? How dare you lie against Onyendu? Telling lies. But Lolo Uchechi Okukano, you have to answer some questions. Because if all what she said, you have not come out to debunk it, silence is acquiescence. When you are silent, that means you are agreeing with what they did. I wouldn't fail to remind you that I don't know why those who are your husband's enemy are your sidekicks, your friend. You know what happened on your wedding night? Yes. You know how women urinated on your husband? Yes. You know what these people, how they ganged up and renditioned your husband from Kenya? Yes. Yet, you have conversations with them. What is it? And to tell me, I begin to look at you. You're able to go to Biafra land and live and go back to London and nothing happens to you? Oh my goodness. And nothing happens to you? Something must be going on underground. Like the DOS will always say, we are working underground. Yes. You're here promoting because they promised you, according to us, they promised you agriculture and all whatnot. Look at you, demon. And you go 247. Who does not have shame? An old man that his town is gone also. They've done every mess. You're there lying through your teeth. Lying, Ugo 247. You were with Ngozi for over a year because your stomach infrastructure, wherever belly face, that's who you are. When you stop getting the money, then you turn your back on them because the money was no longer coming. And now you come out to start talking rubbish, saying what you don't know. We have a humanitarian crisis going on in Biafra land, and we are doing what we can because during the war, so much went on. They would not, BBC, the liar from the pit of hell, God had to have the witch die because as a farmer, you know, when a seed does not die, the new plant will not come up. Queen Elizabeth had to die for some of these nations to start coming up. Yes. She was 25 years old. There were two girls by the dad. And when the dad died, they had to pull her back to come and take over from the dad. So at 25, she knows the difference between good and evil. When she came, they know with Lugard and all whatnot. They know exactly that Biafra land has so much oil deposit. He was with Royal Niger Company, Lugard, the wretched one, the pedophile. When he saw that, his eyes opened. He had to talk to Homeland. We must get to this. That's what happened. Now they amalgamated us for ease of administration. Giving you all this history because some of you don't know, and what you don't know is bigger than you. I'm taking out my time to educate my people. What you don't know is bigger than you. The foolish Lugard and the fornicating Florence Shaw, because they were not married, they were living in fornication. Yes, woke up one night, maybe after their shenanigans, and said, no, we should call here Nigeria because it's by the Niger. What nation in the world do you name after a river? None. Every nation has their name. France for French people, Britain for British. Who is a Nigerian? Nobody. When you ask them, oh, I'm Yoruba, I'm Igbo, I'm this. When you come to America, you say, I'm a US citizen. I don't say I'm from California or I'm from New York or that. They're all US citizens. That's patriotism. But that's what they took away from my people, that they don't know that. Now we're warring against each other. How can oil and water ever mix? That's what they did. To set you to be warring against yourself while they siphon your resources. And we can't get it together. We can't come together and fight this common enemy and get our home back. What will it take? You need to be a brain surgeon to know that only you can fight for you and get that belongs to you with the help of God, because God had already given you that land. He's watching to see what you want to do. He won't come down from heaven. You must do something. We need to get our act together, bring our resources together, and make sure we have this final push and fight this once and for all. The humanitarian crisis going on in our dear Biafra land. There's kwashiorkor, there's rickets, children in school cannot afford to eat. A hungry child will not listen to what you're teaching. They don't have uniforms. They don't have food to eat. The teachers are not paid. When they're not paid, they look for side business. That's why we do the humanitarian, so that we can raise money. The nation of Israel, it was 40 millionaires that brought the money in America. They brought the money together and saw that their nation was restored. We have millionaires and billionaires, very selfish, self-centered human beings. You're thinking about the hotel you have in Kotangora, or the one you have in Wuse or Wusasa. That's why you don't want to join. And you think that after they, God forbid that they kill us, they will leave you alive. One drop of Igbo blood in you makes you an Igbo. They will never trust you. Same thing in America. One drop of black blood makes you a black. I don't care if your dad is white, blue-eyed, blonde, but you have one drop of black blood. That's it. You're black. There's no running away from it. Same thing. The way the Fulanese look at us. They can never trust you. Your enemy can never, no matter what you do to your family, your enemy can never trust you, because they know one day you will do the same. So we need to come together. We need to put our resources together. Ugo 247 said, Onyendu, who is behind bars, is the one seeing about our principals, the students, and all whatnot. What a lie from the pit of hell. He's such a greedy man. He's not getting any more money. He came out. This is the same murderer. I will say allegedly, because when somebody kills somebody and sends the video to you, that is a confirmation that you know about the original deal. Otherwise, they won't send it to you. They send it to you to tell you the job has been done. Meet your own part of the bargain. That's what they did. They killed Commander Gentle's brother and Holy Ghost. Yes. And they send the video to Go 247. Why will they send it to him if he does not know anything about it? These are saboteurs we have in our midst. You have to be careful how you interact with such people. They will pollute you. They will. You don't need to say you're standing strong. Okay, let me deal with that. They will pollute you. You need to stay away from them. So, my brothers and sisters, we are that generation that will see this Biafra come. We're almost there. It's just a little more push. We'll get over the hump. So if you're not supporting, remember, we have one common purse, one common treasury, which is not divided. All what we are doing, gathering all this money, is to free. The bottom line, the goal, is to free Onyendu, Mazi, Okukano, and our PM, the son, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. So if you're not contributing, then you want these guys to be in jail. And what have they done to deserve it? Because they came in the front line? They have one head. We all have one head. So for those of you that sit in the background, that play Monday night quarterback, condemning Onyendu, condemning Simon, whatever happened with you? Why can't you take the bull by the horn? Onyendu said, whatever anyone can do to bring Biafra, let them do it, but not to contravene the coming of Biafra, because the gods of the land, the spirit of Biafra, will deal with whomever. And you already see how the spirit of Biafra is dealing with the zoo, even amongst us. Where is Ifeanyi Oba today? Okay? They organize and renditioned an innocent man. God is with Onyendu. So, Imi Ezi chameleon, be warned. Do not say you were not warned. I'm exercising my Ezekiel 33, 6-8, which says, if you see somebody doing something that's not right, tell them. But if they continue in it, you have exonerated yourself. God will no longer hold you accountable. So on this day, this Fulani Imi Ezi chameleon, stay away from Biafran and Biafrans. Stay away. I'm pointing at you. Stay away from Biafra and Biafrans. We have no need for you. Mind your business. Stay away from us. We don't need your help. You are a demon. We don't need demons to work with demons. We go by the two spirits. There are, for everybody, for people who will always say, I don't know who is always saying, let me explain it to you guys today. Every living human being has two spirits warring in them who will be the head. The spirit of the living God and the spirit of devil. So when I say that is the truth. The spirit of God is the truth. Not my truth, not Van Van's truth, but the truth. The truth, which is not, I don't know whose truth, it's not Van Van's truth. So when I say, understand where I'm coming from, I'm talking about the truth. That God says, as long as we stand on the truth, He will be our sole defense. Don't you want God to be your sole defense? Why wouldn't you stand on the truth? Our traditional fathers, they stood on the truth also. We have a common denominator. And Nze also is not supposed to steal, sleep with another woman, or steal hen and whatever. If they do that and they lie, midday when the sun is overhead, the spirits of the land will push them down. They'll die. That's it. It's still the truth working that miracle. And for those of you that go to Arosi, that say they fan at Arosi, when you go there, what orchestrates it is the truth. When you come with your lie and the other person comes with the truth, the Arosi will kill the person who's lying. So I just want to put this out there. When I don't know who says, my spirit tells me, that's the spirit of the living God in me. Yes, that's the spirit of the living God, which is all about the truth. Not I don't know whose truth, not Van Van's truth. So I've cleared that issue. So we must continue in order, if we love Simon, we love Onyendu as much as we say we do. When we have our town halls on Saturdays, show up, make your donations. When we have our humanitarian crisis fundraising, show up, make your donations. When we have the Divine Project, when they have their project, their fundraising, show up. You don't have to contribute in all three. You contribute as much as you can. We don't have to put all our eggs in one basket. It's only a foolish person that will put all their eggs in one basket. With Onyendu in his own time, Nayanya will go around the world collecting the money. That's fundraising everywhere, all over the world. Did he say we should just do one fundraising? No. She'll come to America, go to Europe, go to Malaysia, go to UK, collecting that money. When we were, Onowu was still with us. We had different committees. He can call fundraising anytime. Just as long as the need arises. At times, even, he might be planning that money for something. And then something that supersedes it comes up. We will put that on hold. We have one common treasury. So we do things, we prioritize. We know what the needs are and we meet it, but it's still one common treasury. It's still one common goal. The whole goal is to see that Onyendu and Onowu comes out from behind bars because they don't deserve to be there. So I will stop here for now. Vam, could you play me that video? Thank you.
Fantastic. I want to play this video so that, mommy, as you are listening to the video, if you get to the point where you are angry enough and you want to say something to this Imi Ezi, you tell me, Vam, pause. Let me respond to her. So that's what we're going to do with this video I'm bringing up right away. So I did a little bit on it, and I told Biafrans that Mama Biafra is going to come and will answer her adequately so that she will know that now you are representing Umuada Biafra and the Biafrans to correct this her demonic narrative. All right, so let's go on with this. Hold on a minute. Here it comes. All right, let's go.
Pause right there. Pause.
Okay.
Right there. She has been stripped of that title. She's not a bona fide Biafran. So she's no more Lolo. She can say whatever she wants to say. But Chimezie Nneka, you are no longer Lolo. And we are not even sure. We must do DNA for us to know whether you are Biafran or not. You don't look a Biafran. From the cover of the book, you can tell. Yeah, subjectively, we will do the objective finding and then we'll know. But subjectively, I'm telling you that you don't look a Biafran at all. We will do the objective by doing the DNA, which will give us the accurate result. They will continue.
Period. They will, mommy.
She Enugu Ezago Bata Ebam Grapova insecurity. What tells you on the man of Gandami? Report I hand him one on our I said, in or
Can you pause right there? Pause right there. Chameleon. If you're really a Biafran, you won't be walking freely like that all over Biafra land, checking where there's insecurity. When people speak, is it Justice Crack or whatever his name is? Just Facebook post he made. He's in love for 20 days.
Yes.
And they are trying to get, thank God today that they got him bail today. Just Facebook posting landed him. How much more, you bigot, you idiot, you moron? If they are not your brothers and sisters, how do you think you can go past all those checkpoints and go around and open your gutter mouth and say the whole goal they have you do is to speak against the military so we can trust you, and then you penetrate us and then sell us out? That's your goal. I'm putting it to you today. That is your goal, and you cannot deny it. Go ahead. It's muted. Repeat that again. Go back. I want to hear that.
Okay, I will go back now. Wait, I'm trying to. Hold on. Okay, let me bring this video from YouTube, so I think YouTube will be better for me, so that I'll be able to pause my own end. When Nnamdi is making noise, it will not enter. Wait,
good.
Let me remove it from here and bring it from YouTube. Okay.
Look at what she has on. Kalogoli.
1 minute. Why is this simply? 1 minute. Let me. Why is there's a studio image that is refusing to go out? 1 minute.
Only 2 comments. That tells you how popular you are. Fool. Yeah. How dare you? No respect. You think if you're the one, you would have survived it. Look at all the poison, all the food poison, the gas, everything. They can't kill him. Nobody can kill Onyendu. Nobody. No matter what you guys do. Nobody can kill him. If you couldn't kill him 8 days, you were beating him up from Kenya to Nigeria. That's it. You guys are done. Nobody. He will come out with that flag of Biafra, and we will all celebrate in Biafra land, as he has always said. 7 days. 7 days we will celebrate in the land, and they will think we are crazy. We are not.
Okay. Go ahead. All right, let me go now.
Ihe ha ka Igbo a na-egbu ndị mmadụ. Ajọsụ m shi Enugu Ezeagu bata ebe m gara cover insecurity nya otu eji egbu ụlọ ndị mmadụ ọkụ ndị amị. Rịpọtụ ya ihe ndị mmadụ nọ na-akọ asịrị ụmụ nwoke kwesịrị ịnọdụ anị na-akpa gịnị ka a ga-eme ka Igbo dị mma na-akọ ọwụ na nya anyị na-ekwu ebe niile na Lolo Nneka Chimezie si na Maazị Nnamdi Kalu tụra nwa 18 years ime. Lolo Nneka Chimezie si Maazị Nnamdi Kalu biri na Kenya with nwanyị. Biko ihe m chọrọ ịghọta n'ụbụ ndị Igbo nwa ka nna jụọ. Nọmba 1 ka m gwakwa ụnụ m nwa ga-eju Jordan enwe n'elu. Ugbu a na ma ndị ofe mmanụ na-eme nke ha agụme tribalistic ha ma ndị mma m nọ ha egobiela Ijele now maka Ijele for Ijele ikwu na m dị tribalistic. Ijele amadụ onye mmụọ onye ga-agwa Ijele na m dị tribalistic onye nọ Lagos and ọ ga-awa onye ofe mmadụ me na emekọrị maka ha ama na ihe ọbụla gbasara Igbo I don't joke with it. So onye nwere ike inye Ijele that information maka mmadụ onye mmụọ wo onye ma m nọ. So definitely ndị ofe mmanụ mana ha na-emeji afọ mana church. So definitely ọ na-akwapụtagoro m ndị ofe mmanụ nke ahụ number 1. Number 2, ma ndị gọvanọ ugbu a now a na-akwụzi bloggers ọkwụ na mana nna m onwe nwaanyị na-akwụrụ na-atakụlụ ndị gọvanọs. Ihe a m gara rịpọtụ ọ na-eze agụ ugbu a gọvanọ Peter Mba ga-alaike ọ naghị atụrụrete ụdị ha ndị nke ahụ na-aga akwụ ndị nke ha ụgwọ and the business m n'Enugu now ha na-eme ya atak edele m leta wejia gọvanọ Mba ịjụ ya ma aka ya ọdị na atak
rapụ Imi Ezi aka kwuo okwu ị na-ekwu. Rapụ Kenya bụ Imi Ezi Obasa going now. Rapuaka, stop putting your hand in your nose. Anomano. Look at you. Abam brought to Nogwe. Abwe brought to Nogwe. Bawe kemelako. Obawe kemelako. Everybody is calling you. There must be something you're doing, including your enemies. Everybody is attacking you. It's the spirit of Biafra. One thing you guys have to know. The spirit does not move without a body. The spirit will look for a body that meets their criteria. They will indwell that body and then goes and does the job they want to do. So, chimpanzee, chameleon, Imi Ezi, you have already shown your character. People know you. You went to Eziago, and the governor will be mad. You are a liar from the pit of hell. How will he be mad at you and not send somebody to arrest you? Why are you walking free? Why are you walking free? I don't know who hasn't been to Biafrans since 2012 because they're tracking my number. But you're free. You're perambulating all over the land. And you tell me you're the only one challenging governors. You're the only one reporting insecurities. And they haven't picked you up. People are in hiding when they talk. They are still able to track them through their phone. Yet you are boldly walking around. That should tell you that you are a saboteur. They are using you. You are a saboteur. Nneka Chimezie. You are a saboteur.
100%, yes, she is.
I'm not mincing words. You are a saboteur, Nneka Chimezie. That's why they will not touch you. But there will come a day. There will come a day. What happened to Sarawiwa and the rest of them? You think you can sell off your people and then they become your friends? No. They will have another way they view you. They know when you have the opportunity, you'll do the same for them. So after they use you, they will eliminate you. That's what's going to happen to you. Now you're running your mouth with that your overextended nose and the ugly duckling hairstyle. Huh? Do you have a mirror in your house? Before you leave your bedroom, can't you look at the mirror on the wall and see what you look like? Look at you. Is that your nightgown you have on? What do you have on? You're going around the whole neighborhood, checking insecurity. Do you have armed men that go with you to protect you? How safe are you out there? That tells you, nobody is going to ever attack you because they know you're working for them. You are working for the zoo government. Be it known to you. You cannot deny it. I'm not mincing words. When you are working for someone, they will not attack you. But there come a day, nature does not allow vacuum. Now, it's Biafrans you guys are using. When they finish, God forbid they can never finish eliminating us because Igbos, Biafrans are like tomorrow. Tomorrow does not end. So if you can end tomorrow, or if the East can meet the West, then you can end Biafra. But other than that, nobody can end Biafra. Biafra is like going from East to West. It never ends. You can go from North to South, but you can never say this is the end of West or this is the end of East. So keep doing what you're doing. There will come a day, and it's not long. Your days are numbered. You're talking about Ijele, the working cops. You're talking about the working cops. Let him go take care of himself medically first. Or is it the other one, Ikenga? Yeah, those are your paddies. Shame on you. You took over Uchechi and she fell for your whatever, and she's sitting there showing us her nail polished fingers and frolicking with you when you abuse the husband. Come on. Uchechi, you can do better. Lola Uchechi, my supreme leader's wife. Yeah, I saw you when you came to California. Yeah, you never wear anything with Biafra insignia. I must tell you guys today, I was rebellious. In America, they wanted us to contribute money to give to Lola Uchechi. I stood against it. I'm not ashamed to say it. I stood against it. We should contribute $100 under Bridget, the woman leader. I was California women leader. I said, no, this woman does not wear anything to show she's Biafran, not even a pin, flag, nothing. I'm not going to. We contribute $60 for our monthly due, and then you expect me to contribute $100 for her. I refused. Yes, few of us did not contribute it. Just a few contributed. That was when Onyendu came. Bridget danced with those group that contributed the $100 and went, oh, this is for the first lady, And Onyendu thought that, that she controlled the whole US. Not though it was just a section. That was how she was made the woman leader. She did not meet the qualification. She does not have leadership qualities. Yes. So I have to let you guys know, you will never hear me lie. If I say something, I take responsibility for it. I stood against it. I'd rather put that $100 in Umueri account than give it to be given to Uchechi. Uchechi did not get my dime because she wasn't. Onyendu will come with his flag, insignia, wrist, everything Biafra. And then, and you're supposed to be the wife of this man. You don't know behind every successful man there's a woman? Yeah, trying to pull the rugs from under his feet. I don't want to visit your case because I have respect for my supreme leader. When he comes out, just like Nelson Mandela, though Winnie did so much, was going to visit him in jail, did all what she needed to do. But the decision finally rested with Nelson. And Nelson decided to marry another one. So I don't know. I'm not saying anything, but I'm not going to make that decision for my supreme leader. All I'm doing is that I will keep the fort until he comes out, both him and his son, and we will hand him over the fort and say, Oga, continue from where you stopped. That's all we are doing. We're not here to get position. I don't know who is not interested in any position. God has already positioned me. As far back as 2003, Nation of Israel made me ambassador of goodwill because I was supporting Israel. In 2007, United States Marine, they flew a flag in my honor for my support of the military. I have all the certificates here. And then in 2022, when I turned 70, though I'm a Republican, not a rhino, Republican only in name. I'm a bona fide Republican, Christian conservative Republican. I'm not a Democrat because those people are demonic. The Democratic president honored me, gave me a lifetime award for voluntary services because I was going to the Camp Pendleton, feeding the Marines, sending them care packages, Bibles, and so on. So why wouldn't I want to do that for my nation? Yes. So for people that think, I don't know who wants to be seen, want to be recognized, I'm just trying to redeem my family name because my grandfather was one of those that went to Lagos in 1912 and they were deceived. Yes, they were deceived. And then in 1914, they had the amalgamation. So I have a dominant political gene. I want to redeem my family name. That's where my passion comes from. Yes. So go ahead with that, moron.
I need my business. Yeah, one home nata. I'm to you don't know Biafra. Mwa risk my life. Hapuga ezinụlọ m hapụ ihe niile m na-eme mgbe unu niile gbara ọsọ n'ụlọ. Nyewe report tigide. Kọchasịa IPOP na-anafa azụ ugbu a. Kọchasịa IPOP wee separate ya. Anọrọ m onwe m ha akpọ m bịa anya aka report ihe Maazị Nnamdi Kanu m ga-werekwa ego m report ọya ọfụma na nnukwu na mba ụwa. Ụfọdụ n'ime ụnụ nọ na social media ma na platforms na-ede ihe unu na-ede ugbu a nọchabụ unu dị iche iche.
Ele ndị na-esendị gị ihe a na-akpọ gị ị na-eji ego gị. Ele ndị sendịrị gị ihe niile ị na-eji ego gị.
And even Prince fine boy onye go get ticket iji wee jefu onye ndu, yet you keep saying you did not even pay. He was the one that bought your ticket. Then probably the DOS, they were the one giving you, supporting you, because they know what they want you to do. So you cannot come here and lie against Onyendu when you don't know anything. When did you even join the Biafra struggle? You call it IPOP. You can't even say IPOP. Huh? You don't know that you're an indigenous person of Biafra. We are indigenous people of Biafra. Yeah? Whether you like it or not, we are all indigenous peoples of Biafra. If the leopard can lose his skin, then those of you that don't want Biafra to come will extricate yourself. You will no longer be Biafrans. But until then, we are all in this together. There's no going back. When the Fulanis come, they would say, oh, this person is not a Biafran. They all see us as the same. That's the common sense you guys don't have. Their gun does not separate. The AK-47 does not say, okay, this person is Nneka, Chameleon Chimezie. When I shoot, it won't hit her. This person is Ijele. When the gun comes, that's why the Biafrans say, you don't throw stone in the market because you don't know. It may hit your own family. So this moron, this idiot, you're saying they're attacking your business. It's all makeup. It's not true. I can tell you, nobody's attacking your business. They are just doing it to cover up so that you have something to latch on and tell your lies. Look at her, ugly thing. God will deal with you. The God I serve, who has organized this restoration, because we sinned against him, now we have atoned under our leader, and he has remembered us, and you want to mess us up? The children of Israel, the journey of 40 days took them 40 years because they kept murmuring and lying and cheating, sowing discord amongst brethren. That's what you fool is doing. The Bible says, touch not my anointed. Do not touch Nnamdi. Do not go near that holy child. Do not. When he comes into court, do you even look at him? How he glows. He's coming from the cell. Whereas those of them in their homes that eat and drink and do everything, they look so, their body is not glowing like him. And this is the man. You have the effrontery. You have the audacity. You have the temerity to attack him. How dare you? How dare you? Wait. We will all see in Biafra land. Except you'll be going to your people in Ugwausa. Yeah, you will go there. But as long as when this Biafra, which will come, God will give us Biafra. Only him knows that day. Nobody, I don't know who does not know. Onyendu does not know. Simon Ekpa does not know. Nobody knows. Only Elohim, because he's the orchestrator. He's the author and finisher of our faith. Only him. He's allowing us to partner with him. If you find yourself at this time in this struggle, count yourself lucky, because God always has a remnant. The remnant are the truth tellers, and he uses them. Remember when the temple was being built, those artisans, he gave them special skill that nobody has ever seen. God does not work with numbers. He can use a few people and accomplish his goal. So, Nneka, whatever your name is, because mothers are divine. Mothers are divine. Look at that nose. God punish you.
I like making my podcast. I don't like making short clips.
Go ahead.
Ile gbara ọsọ n'ụlọ nyewe report tigide kọchasịa IPOP na anafa azụ ugbu a kọchasịa IPOP wee separate ya anọrọ m onwe m ha akpọ m dị anya aka report ihe Maazị Nnamdi Kanu m ga-werekwa ego m report ọya ọfụma na nnukwu na mba ụwa ụfọdụ n'ime unu nọ na social media ma na platforms na-ede ihe unu na-ede ugbu a nọchabụ unu dị iche iche ọtụtụ n'ime unu nọcha na shop unu na-emerewe nwa business unu ihe m gara iru agụ ugbu enwee nyere m ego eze agụ enwee nyere m ego nya ihe na-agbụwa m obi na-awụ na enwebedo onye gbadoro ọkpa na-ajị ndị Fulani gburu ndị mmadụ n'Imo gbuasị ndị mmadụ isi n'Imo steeti awụde enough news na ndị amị gara na-eze agụ gbasaa ihe ndị ụlọ ndị mmadụ ọkụ na-enwe ihe ndị mmadụ mere ha awụde enough news ndị Igbo eho na Igbo nation na-eke kemgbe 2 days wụ na asị na nya Maazị Nnamdi Kanu tụwara nwa 18 years ime then o biri na Kenya for 1 year biko ka m jụọ ọnụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ọwụọla Mohammed ịkpọ ala ya aha ya wụ blasphemy.
Because stop right there. Stop right there. How that will tell you, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Why will she be using Muhammad as example? Why can't she use Jesus Christ or Saint or Paul or John the Baptist or whatever? Exactly. He is using Muhammad.
She must use the name of the God she's affiliated.
She worships.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You don't know Biafrans have wisdom. God gives us wisdom and understanding. To it, he said, I don't ask for understanding so that we will know what to do, when to do, and how to do. No matter how you speak, we will always speak it out. Can you imagine the moron? He said, Nnamdi Mohammed. How dare you place Mohammed and Mazi?
Because she has respect for Mohammed and she doesn't have respect for the God of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Idiot. Go ahead.
Ka Maazị Nnamdi Kanu wọrọla ọnụ Chineke na-azọdo n'azọ. Marakwa na amara n'ọka mgbe Maazị Nnamdi Kanu kwalite anyị enwebe peace. And adịm sure na-enwe n'onye litere n'ụjọ sio. Ihe a Maazị Nnamdi
peace.
Can you imagine?
She is actually telling the world that Maazị Nnamdi Kanu is the one that is bringing trouble to Biafra.
Bringing trouble. Yeah, bringing trouble. She forgets that the greatest Christmas gift Onyendu gave us was establishing ESN. And people that came home had peace, they had Christmas celebration, they did everything with their family. How dare you compare Mohammed, whose rotting bones is in his tomb? Jesus Christ, when you go there, you won't see any rotting bones. He is risen. He is not there. How dare you? How dare you? Go ahead.
The Kanu na-adọtara anyị ọ na-agakwa n'anya ọnwa ajịjị ahụ unu na-ajịghị ka m jụwara kamgbe Jenụwarị nwere onwe a na-azụrụ anyị ọ dị anyị mma anyị hiwego IPOP wite ọbara ụmụ anyị IPOP ama nwụkwa Maazị Nnamdi Kanu chọrọ igbu IPOP ọ ga-egbukwe.
Hey, hold it there. Hold it there. Nwatakịrị kwuo ọnụ ọsị na ọgbala ọgaranya okwu. Hey! Hey! Hey, you know what? You are white matter inundated brain. I don't think you have
come together tonight and lay a curse on this devil.
Yes, I don't think you have any single gray matter in that head. I'm sorry for your children and their children's children, because I hope they hear what the Bible says, that the evil of the parents will be visited on the children up to the 4th generation. For those that do not know God, I hope your children will separate themselves from you, go ask God for forgiveness, and walk the right path so that they won't suffer your consequences. How dare you? So you're telling us that Onyendu, with all these years he's been in detention. Let's forget about when he was out there. While in detention, he was still engineering, giving them money to buy ammunition and everything, killing people in Biafra land. Look at that, your filthy mouth. Same thing, Mazi Simon has been in prison over 1 year. The killing has intensified. They are killing your people. Onuku, Moroni Krita, they are killing your people. There's an existential threat. There is an existential threat. They want, thank God we're all over the world. They can never kill us all. No. We have children. We are spread. Wherever you don't find a Biafran, no, that place is not habitable. Yes. Anywhere you go, we are making our marks. We are making inroads everywhere. You're in that, with your myopic brain. Huh? That can't even think outside the box. You are I tell you, I lack words to qualify you. If I call you a bastard, it will be insulting those children that don't know their dads, what they call them. We're yet to find a word to qualify you, but thank God you're not a Biafran. You're not a Biafran. You don't possess the physical qualities of a Biafran, neither the words of your mouth. Lying, that's the Fulani gene, dominant gene. It is called Takia. This woman is typical Fulani. It is called Takia. They can lie, and Muhammad allows it. It's not a sin for them. That's why she's so relaxed. Lying like crayfish. Come on. Onyendu constituting the problem when we haven't all been in IDP camps because of his structure. You don't see that. That's why you want us to have all these bastards. Men living abroad should have like 4 or 5 women and leave them in the villages. Let them be procreating. That's your idea. Onyocho. Onyocho kebo. Idiot. Yeah. Vam, go ahead.
IPOP with ọbara ụmụ anyị IPOP ama nwụkwa Maazị Nnamdi Kanu chọrọ igbu IPOP ọ ga-egbukwe ihe ọ na-ama ha takịrị na a na-enye m nkịta gawara ọnụ kamgbe Jenụwarị m kwapụta sị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu sọ DOS wu leadership ndị IPOB kamgbe ahụ ka taa aka akwara bido mana m gwara na m a ga-ejudo enwere eziokwu Martin Luther King kwụ n'ọgbọda kama ụnụ ga-asụchi m ọnụ ikwu eziokwu m kwụ n'ọgbọda. But I'm disappointed now, some of you, because and when they reach out to me, don't know who gives she has okay.
Liar from the
people. Kedu di Biafra again wetechi. Biafra na inaga haji your leader. Ajuju.
Con le nuove categorie di Vinted, vendi tanti articoli di seconda mano.
Yeah, ndị na-eme m attack na ndị autopilot because some make through her. I know. Because ndị autopilot, your prime minister, Your Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabeze, Unogwelia na enwere ebe emere attack na Ezeagu. As the Prime Minister, o kwesịghị ịga na Ezeagu.
You're muted. You're muted.
No, please correct her with that her useless, senseless narrative of Prime Minister Ngozi Orabufulani.
You know, that tells you, I told you that she has only white matter in her head. If she has the gray matter, she will know that Ngozi is not the Prime Minister. We have one and only Prime Minister, and that is Simon Ekpa Njoko. We have one Supreme Leader, and that is Onyendu Ohamadike One Nkembu na Biafra land. Nnamdi Okuchukwu Kanu. Yes. So for you to be according Fulani Halimatu Abubakar, who are you trying to fool? Who are you trying to fool? You know exactly what you're saying. You're not dumb. You know exactly. It's always confusing people. That's your MO, your mantra. That's what you guys do. You confuse those who you will confuse, but not the authentic Biafrans. We are done with that. We are done with it. You can't confuse us anymore. So whatever you're saying, God will handle you. Yes, God will handle you. Look at the fool. Look at her. Huh? We're not doing anything about it. And what have you done? Doesn't Nnamdi have two heads? Does Simon have two heads? Isi Gwodo. Huh? Isi Gwodo, ugly duckling. Nano Kiwedi. Huh? What does that's not a typical Igbo woman. You don't. That's not a typical Igbo woman. No. Or Biafran. No, you're not. You're not. And can never be. You can never be. Shame on you.
You know why she's calling him Ngozi Orabeze? Because she knows very well that Ngozi Orabeze is an impersonator.
Fulani like her.
To her own end, validate Ngozi Orabufulani. Because she's a Fulani woman. She wants to validate Ngozi.
His sister.
That the Prime Minister is Simon Ekpa. She knows very well that the government in exile is operational and under BGC and CRC. She knows all these things, but she will promote Ngozi Orabufulani because they are all working for the same master.
They are working for the same master, and she can't even. God has dealt with you so much. Your mouth can't even pronounce IPOP. Huh? That tells me you're not. If you can't say where you're from, she's not a Biafran. This fool is not a Biafran. Huh? She's not. IPOP.
Okay. Somebody said, Mama, please ask that useless woman if our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still a problem for people in Benue State to be in IDP camp.
Yeah, she better when she gets to Ezeagu, she can cross over, go across the border, and then go talk to them, and then tell them. May life fear because he exposed the craftiness of the Fulanis. That's why they killed him off within 2 weeks. Yes. In Abuja when they poisoned him. But Onyendu is untouchable. No man can kill that young man because he came for a mission. Not until your job is done, God will not call you home. Onyendu's job, for your information, is not done. No man can touch him, no matter what they do. Wherever he goes, he pulls. Look at Sokoto. Look at all the revenues that are making people flying. The Sultan Airport or whatever they have over there. They are fully booked. Yes. When he was in Kuje, that's why I think they didn't leave him there. They think he has corrupted people in Kuje. They will make him leader. Okay? Now they take him to Sokoto. It's the same thing. Everybody is talking about Biafra there. And this moron, this idiot that knows the truth, does not want to speak the truth. Does not want to speak the truth. I wish somebody by her will get a razor blade and tear her tongue so that she will be all sore and will not be able to speak. That's your little member that is causing so much havoc. There will come a day you will stand before the Almighty God. But do you even believe in God? You're talking about Muhammad. Yeah, Muhammad and Aisha, 6-year-old girl. Yes, that's why you want, that's your mentality. You want Biafrans to have bastards everywhere. You want Biafrans to just put women everywhere and be making babies. Babies that we wouldn't even know who their dad is. Come on. Yeah, come on.
I had to talk and then we'll respond, and then Mommy, we're gonna bring in the 30th of May crew. Just let Allah to talk to an extent, then when you're done with her, and then we'll bring in the 30th of May crew.
Okay.
That defend her people. Kedu the Prime Minister name? Ogo daze aga gbasha nya okwa na log with Nigerian army. Agaze mezi attack village ya gba ya oku okudo oku o release anything. Diko no Mazi Nnamdi Kanu abudu chukwu aga aju ya ajuju. Ọtụtụ n'ime unu nọ nga na-ede nonsense unu na-ede nweta so ihe unu na contribute to this nuisance unu na-ekiriete everywhere na social media enwebede any of you lite na ga Abuja unu na-emedo half ihe mmere so mụ wee bịa sawa unu okwu na ụmụ nwoke Igbo anyị atọn go into gossipers. That is why one man said Dikeboji wee wakpu unu.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys, need to just...
Awakpu unu agbofu ishe. Nwaanyị dị ka m ga-aga clean ya up. Unu lọtashize nwa ọnụ unu ji agbakashi ọnụ na social media. Unu na-akpọ Lolo Nneka Chimezie na m sị gịnị na m sị na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ọrụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kwu na Buhari nwoke ihe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na-ekwube n'ọnụ. Nya na aka agwa Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
So you're challenging.
Did you hear that?
You're challenging the authenticity of the death of Buhari, who's in a shallow grave in Saudi Arabia.
That shows you that he is a Fulani too.
This woman is Fulani. Fulani. No wonder the anger she has in her. All what Nnamdi said about the big brother Buhari. Huh? Why is Aisha living over there while she was the head of state's wife? All those clones they were bringing to be acting Buhari. Today is young, today is old, today is this, today is that. How dare you? Why wouldn't Mazi Onyendu speak the truth and tell us that he's no longer? He has been vindicated. He has been vindicated. Go ahead.
Alokwu na ana akparịcha Trump agba nkịtị Tinubu ka ihe na-agwabe Tinubu kedu na onye a na-akpọbe na-ekwuru okwu maka mmadụ mụ na-eche na ihe a ga-ajụ owu ihe owu eziokwu biko onye na-achọ inweta na anyị Biafra onwe anyị agaghị scrutinize ya unu ọma ihe niile a Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ọnọdụ anyị n'ala Igbo ugbu a wụ ndị agwa Mazi Nnamdi Kanu okwu because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made a lot of mistakes. Can I make a mistake? I don't mean you waste my time too much. Igbo niile unu ga n'olum unu ma na nwa bụ Lolo Nneka Chimezie Nnamdi disappointed na ọtụtụ n'ime unu ọbụ ọkwa ndị ma ya wee na-ekele my fans for your steadfast. Can repeat it again maka enwe ndị so na AI ọwụdụ AI. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu biri with wine na Kenya 1 year. Kedu ihe onye na-adụrụ anyị Biafra na-eme na Kenya with another woman mee nwunye ya abandon. Ka ọ nọ ya ọfụma. Tọnya na social media. Anna Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tụra nwa 18 years ime n'Enugu zụọ ụlọ. Kada otu chọrọ isi suppress all my voice. Ka nwa ahụ chọrọ ka okwu mgbe ọ gbara that girl. Aso amaghị onye ma ebe da aja nọ na enwe mama nwa họrọ ndụ ma nwụrụ anwụ. So onye isi unu na-azọta unu Biafra aga agwa ya okwu. Elewe n'ihe anyị na-ata Tinubu nta, elewe n'ihe anyị na-enye nsogbu maka Tinubu.
I have an expose for us, so somebody that knows a lot about why she's fighting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is calling.
Okay.
Let me put it on speaker. Please,
Yeah, let's hear.
Mazi, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to ask this woman. You people don't remember that there's a time she wanted to brag that he has a house in Lagos that is 400 million. Have in the other place for 400 million. Tinubu and his people have threatened her. If she don't talk against Nnamdi Kanu, he will lose that house. He will lose all those things. That's why he's doing this. I want you guys to know this. She said it by herself. She have house here. So they have threatening her that he will take those houses from her. So she's trying to safeguard her house. That's what she's doing. And the business she has with DOS. That's why she's trying to safeguard Nigerian people. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank you. And you've heard it. You've heard it from the horse's mouth. Yeah, all of them, including all these people. Look at city boys. You know, a karma. They say formerly it lives after people. Now it lives with them. Look at Cubana chief priest. He lost. He's doing the city boys. City boys indeed. He went and bowed for Papanzo, whatever, and so on. He sold his people. Same thing this moron. You're not even a Biafran, so
okay.
No, Nneka,
Why are you crying?
go ahead.
Biafra. Aga agwa ya okwu. Elewe n'ihe anyị na-ata Tinubu nta, elewe n'ihe anyị na-enye nsogbu maka Tinubu. So ka mmasị onye ọbụla mere nwe ka o si sọ ya, because onye na-ekwu na Tinubu na-suppress opposition voice. Nke unu na-emejọ gịnị? Look, okwechide na anyị ga na-ekwu na a na-emegbu anyị emegbu. Okay, because ihe a unu na-eme now is suppress a voice. Ọ dị mmegbu ahụ ka ọ. So biko ndị autopilot ama m n'onu nwa na-etutu ihe niile a. Na-ebusa news niile a, mana sọsọ ndị ebe m na-adị disappointed wụ ihe ha ka igbo. Mwa na-eche na a ga-ajụkwanụ question ọwa eziokwu. Bill Clinton dị na secretary ya pụta Bill Clinton akwụrụ n'ọgbọ ma apologize to the whole of America. Nke ọnụ onye isi unu mene several mistakes. Ekwute ya. Ọnụ a na-agbọkwa iwe gịnị ka unu na-ezo?
Se il soffitto fa tic-tic, la risolvi con un click. La nuova assicurazione casa.
You're muted.
Yeah, I'm playing for YouTube, so like the advert must always come up.
I know.
This,
I know you were talking, but you were muted.
Yeah, this woman is so pathetic. Can you imagine this?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
But you know, this their propaganda as dead as anything dead.
Dead on arrival.
Nnamdi Kanu is a prince for crying out loud. Even if at all, Nnamdi Kanu have anything to do with wine. And thank God happen to see Nnamdi Kanu no one something to do with an underage, or maybe na Nnamdi Kanu no one oburu ozu e were make sacrifice, or na ha gidere ya ebe obu anu mmadu, or na gidere ebe obu egbe. All this propaganda, these are things that you are just using, and all these people that paid you, they will just laugh at you.
They laugh at you.
Leader, Britain, no, Ojukwe Tuanwai, Ojukwe no, Kenya,
that video, how many baby mamas come with? Huh? He who has not seen, let him cast the first stone. If at all it's true, but it's not true. But it's not true.
Let's hear
the vagabond.
So that we will bring in the 30.
Yeah, let's bring in. Yeah, let's stop listening to her.
Okay, maybe in my next program I will do.
No, I'm done listening to her. She's making me angry. That's enough. That's enough. Right. I'm giving her enough publicity. Can you imagine this moron and I don't know who been on the same program?
No.
That's an insult to me.
Yeah, we have Nwa Jesus who has come in. I don't know if other wants to come in, but anyway, Mama Biafra, I think from here, let's have the 30th of May reminder, and maybe Nwa Jesus might want to say a word or two.
Yeah. Let me introduce it, and then I'll have Nwa Jesus speak. Yeah. Great Biafrans, you guys know what May implies. May is a Memorial Day, and there's a committee that have been constituted to see that things are put together so we can have a candlelight vigil on the 29th and then do the other program on the 30th. We are a committee, and our committee chairman is Honorable Stephen Nwa Jesus. So, Honorable Stephen Nwa Jesus, the mic is yours. Talk to Biafrans, and then I will come in after you to talk about the brochure and the rest of it.
All right. Please, Nwa Jesus, unmute yourself. If you want to say one or two things about the program, we are just exiting from. You can touch light on it, and then you go on and make your own.
In case about chimpa chameleon.
Yeah, Biafrans, greetings. May Chuko Kike bless all of us.
You see?
When we talk of the 30th May celebration, Heroes Remembrance Day, it is all encompassing. Like I continue to say, it does not take you, I'm from this divide or I'm from the other divide. It's a Biafran thing. What we are saying here is like the Holocaust that is being celebrated by the Jews.
Please, Mama Biafra, I'm stepping out. After her, just go ahead. I'm stepping out to take care of one or two things here.
Okay, go ahead. Go.
Which is being celebrated every year since 1947 or thereabout. That is how we want to be remembered. The world should know our pain. The world should know how we have fared. The world should know what is happening to us in a place called Nigeria, and what we have gone through. I continue to say that I was one of those children that were being carried about, and I know how many children my mother had and how many of them that died as a result of the war. A lot of us lost something. A lot of us lost buildings. We lost a lot of, we lose so many things. And we are this year inviting every man that have passed through that genocide to light a candle on the 29th. Remember those pain, the sorrow our fathers, our mothers, our gallant soldiers, and our people passed through and they died. Our children, the old people, those who, the people that has no leg. So what we are here is to remember them. And in whatever way you can remember them, please do. That will speak about us. Now, on the 29th, there will be a candle night. And this candle night, we want it to be a Biafran thing. On the 30th, there will be a broadcast from morning. We will broadcast on YouTube, on every platform, making people know and hear what we have passed through. And we have some guests, special guests. I think Mommy will still talk about what I'm saying here now. We have special guests who will be speaking that day. And you can felicitate with those heroes by making your business, advertising your business on the brochure, advertising your state, advertising your village, advertising your community, because it is not a political thing. It is a celebration, a remembrance. So let us honor our heroes. Having said this, please, I want to talk about the Nneka that before Mommy will take over, so that I will just stay by the side. When you talk about Nneka, she is what they call a social media influencer. She want to, what she's doing is just to make sure that she is viral. She is not a Biafra, even when we say she doesn't know anything about Biafra. And you have seen her nuisance, her exuberance, by saying Ngozi Arabeze as a prime minister. She doesn't know what she's talking. You have seen that she left what is being said and started attacking our Onyendu. Does somebody's private life, how does it concern what you're doing? Thank God he did not say that Onyendu killed somebody, or Onyendu used any human hate to do sacrifice. Thank God that he did not say that Onyendu killed or caused any this thing. He said that Onyendu, since he started, that is when if you are in bondage and you want to liberate yourself from the bondage, there's situations that there will be commotion. Your enemy does not allow you to raise your head, and that is what happened. And is it Onyendu that have been in detention, that is doing whatever, killing all the people that is in Benue, in Borno State, in what? So now this woman should be ignored. She wants to use Biafra to shine, but that is not happening because she's shooting herself on the foot, and she's causing confusion to herself. So having said this, Mommy, I want to hand over back to you. Maybe some of our other people are here. They can come in and speak. God bless you.
Thank you, Honorable Stephen Wa Jesus, for your words. Just like he has said, this is a Biafra thing. The first time we have always celebrated it every year, but this year we want to make it special because it's going to be we'll call it a memorabilia. It will be a keepsake you can show to your children. This is why we were trying to get our nation. This was how we honored our heroes and heroines, because both men and women died, children, those that died in the war front, those that died for no question of theirs. Some children were taken out to Gabon and they never made it home because they were so sick. They went to treat them there and they died. They couldn't bring their corpse back to bury them in the land.
Some of them are still there, Mommy.
Hold on.
And they can't come back again.
Hold on. Let me that's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so some of them that were taken to Gabon. My oldest sister, the daughter who was very sick, was taken over to Gabon, and she died there. We never got her body back. As I'm sure similar thing happened to some. Some of them are there, they've grown, they can't even trace back to know that they are Biafrans because they have assimilated the culture of where they found themselves. So this is what we don't want to happen. That's why we want to get Biafra. And other than that, we are doing things just like he said. We will love everyone to do a candle night. You can do it, and then the different states, we have 40 states. You guys can do your separate candle night. You can video it, send us the video. We will play it on the 30th. You guys can come as a group, turn on your candle, and then wear your black, do the prayers, remember them for their souls to lay in repose, you know. So that will be done by the different 40 states. And then to shine light on different 40 states, you guys can buy pages in our brochure. The first time we had a Memorial Day brochure was in 2019. Yes. So under IPOB and so on. So this time around, it's going to be all-encompassing. So what it is that you want to support your nation, you know, you buy a page. So for people in the homeland, one page to put your picture or your name or whoever is your favorite, maybe Leti Konso, Leti Dim or Dimegwo Juku, or just wish those who have died for them to rest in peace. You can write little things, very concise. One page is 50,000 eje, that is 50K, 50K for one page, and then for half a page for those in homeland is 25K. And for those of you in African countries, except those in Europe and America, yes, those in Europe and in America, we can't let the same price apply to those of you in Africa. We know you guys over there are suffering, having a hard time. They're chasing you up and down. I hear what's going on in South Africa, burning down your shops and so on. So you will be sharing prizes with those in the homeland. 50K for one page, 25 for half a page. So in your state, you can all come together, contribute your money, and then decide what you want to put. Maybe your cultural dance, maybe your map, your authentic food, and then you put it there. And then for those in diaspora, Europe and America, it's $100 a page, $75 for half a page, $25 for 1/4 page. So whatever you want to do with it, whatever you want to do, you make your write-up concise, not writing a whole epistle. You know, it might not fit in the page with your picture, okay? And then for those of you who want to advertise, because it will be generating money for you, those in homeland, for one page, you will be paying 100K. For half a page, it will be 50K. For 1/4 page, it will be 25K. So in that way, you will advertise your business and people will get to know about you. And not just that, this brochure will be a keepsake that we will show our children's children. They will see it. You want to make sure your picture is in there. And not just that, we are using one stone to kill two birds. The money for the brochure, you pay it into the website. We have two accounts, the IPOB.org in USA/donate, and then the Biafra government. You can pay it in there, or you can go to the Homeland account and pay in whatever, and then your email will give you a receipt. That receipt with your picture and your write-up, you will now present. We will have a link for people to come and join in the page where they will be depositing this picture and the receipt, so that we will now compile it and make it into a booklet the more the merrier. So we will now, it will help us to raise money that will help run the government, the humanitarian crisis, the children who are starving with their kwashiorkor, and so on. So make sure, do not be left out. It's very vital. Community states, go ahead, come together. If you're like 40, 50, you can maybe 5K, 10K, 20K, you put your money together. It comes to 25 for half a page. Then if you want a full page, it's 50K. So the sooner we do it, we have just how many more days? Today is the 18th. So we have within a week and some change, we will be compiling it. So if you can start doing it now, send us, go and order what you want to do and get it to the committee. We were given such a short notice and we are doing our best. Soon we will bring out the flyer. And on that day, on the 30th, we will have important guests who will be speaking on that day. One of them will be Mike Arnold, the earth shaker, like Pastor Van 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 calls him. He will be giving us, he will be speaking. You know, he loves Biafra so much. The zoo does not like him. He has a Trump's ear, so he will. And then we will have other people who will speak. We have 3 religions we recognize in Biafra. We will all pray in each of them. We'll have the Christian, the traditional, and the other one, Judaism. So there's nothing like a Muslim. We don't have Muslim. It's not recognized in Biafra land. So we're not going to recognize that on that day. So so far, this is what we are planning. We have been meeting, trying to put strength things together so that we will impress you guys when we bring out the final show. So, but we must remember, it is all Biafra thing. It is a heroes day, and then we must remember our fallen heroes. So there's no family in Biafra land that he did not touch. If the program did not touch you, the water 67 to 70 will touch you. If that did not touch you, the killing by the Fulani herdsmen, eating your cassava, there's no way you can say it did not touch you. It touched everyone, every one of us. So are there other people from the committee that are there that you want to bring?
No, there's no other person from the committee. I think what Jesus have represented them, the others that couldn't come.
Okay, and myself too. So I think we should be calling it a day here. I'll see if there's anybody who has any question. I'm sorry, from the crowd, from what we did. Anybody that you want to bring in and give 2 minutes to speak or that kind of thing. Anybody who wants to speak?
Anybody can request to speak, or you can call on this number +39 35 100 or you can also call Mama Biafra on +1 562 326 3199. You can also call Mama Biafra in respect of the humanitarian crisis, and she will tell you what you need to do. +1 562 326 3199 is Mama Biafra's number. You can see the numbers rolling right there on this, under the screen. +39 35 100 521. That's Pastor Vam. And then I don't know who is +1 562 326 3199. Please, these numbers you call to support the 30th of May. Yes. Also for the humanitarian crisis, you can reach us even on this live program within the next 5 minutes. If nobody calls, then we'll know that Biafrans, you have gotten it. Remember tonight, the takeaway is that this unbelievable Imi Ezi, shameless woman, no longer should be described or ascribed as a law.
Never.
Of that. And then she's under a curse and a spell because she has crossed the red line by insulting the supreme leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Okukano. And then that's it. I think that's it from me. I don't know if what Jesus would have a final say or what we call closing remark. Then Mama Biafra might want to also close it for us. What Jesus, do you have a closing remark before we call it a night?
Yeah, I want to thank all Biafrans that are listening to us. The 30th May is just by the corner. It is a general Biafran thing, like I've said before, and it does not go with whatever divide or agitation you are doing, but it is something that happened to us that we want the world to see and know. So don't be on the fence. Join us to make it a memorable day so that people will know exactly what you have passed through. Thank you for being part of today's discussion. God bless you.
Yes, thank you, Biafrans, for your time, for setting out this time to come and let us put it together and get the enemy in the house. Is the rat, the house rat that showed the outside rat that they are swishing the basket, okay? So we have people who are within the house that think they can play it either way. It's not right. So please, if you're one of those, disease from it. In Igbo, they say, Biko, do not allow the moronic people like Chameleon, Imi Ezi Nneka Chimezie. Today, we have stripped her. She's not a Biafran. She must provide her DNA so that we will know whether she's, because if she's an authentic Biafran, she can't be lying and insulting our supreme leader who has been locked up for years, does not have any hand in what's going on. You can't tell me that he's the one killing people in Benue, putting them all in IDP camps, getting the Fulanese. And he lost his dad and his mom, the trauma of the unexpected attack in his home, desecrated the palace. This is a royalty that has everything, just like our eternal leader, Dimo Ojukwu. He had everything, but for love of his nation, he brought out his father's money. And the thief that was sent to go buy us weapons stole the money and became a citizen in France. That's why part of why we lost. Yeah, because we didn't have ammunition. Because somebody was greedy. And that greed hasn't stopped. Let's advise ourselves. You can't be killing yourself when somebody else is killing you. So I want to thank all of you for showing up today to this, and to thank those of you who have been contributing towards Biafra restoration, regardless of where you're contributing from. All this will go. The common goal is to get our leaders out. So whatever money you're putting in is to get our leaders out. So do not let anybody confuse you. Do what God has laid in your heart to do, and the God will serve will abundantly reward all of you, because he's not unfaithful, that he will not remember all what you guys have done for this his pet project. Yes, he will not forget it. So with this, I say, I'm releasing you guys into the care of the Lord. As you leave, may the Spirit of the Lord not leave you guys. May he, with his righteous right hand, hold all of you and show you how to walk. Tell you whether to go right or to go left, so that you won't fall into sin. God Almighty will continue to protect, provide, and preserve each and every one of us until he brings us into that holy land that will be flowing with milk and honey, which is our dear nation, Biafra land. All hail Biafra. Yes, airborne.
Airborne. Thank you, Mama Biafra. Thank you, lovers of freedom. I will leave you guys and everyone. I will say good night with this prayer from Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Until we see you again next time, Bless you all. Good night, everyone.
Thank you for a wonderful job.
Ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọbụla anyị ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọbụla anyị ya bụ ọka aka. Ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etuga eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ, ndị gboo wee tụọ oge ebighị ebi. Onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe na ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onwe ihe ọbụla nke anyị onwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anụkpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ. Ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ, maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịgị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, n'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu. Ọ bịa mere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ gị wee na-arịọ gị na-asị, lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt gotu wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbodo ekwensu bụ zu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị na anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ n'ụtọ na-eji ama mgbe niile, n'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị onwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nzọmụkwụ anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile. Anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị refe nwanyị akpụ isi ala nye ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija mma, na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasisi wee baa ha ọnụ, ha wee daa hapụ ikunu ọzọ. Obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala nwekwa n'ihi eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkọ ha nsọ gị, na-asị na enweghị chi ọzọ egwezuga gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị, na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana onwe onye kere na n'otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị ebi mara onye ka a na-arịọ gị ise ise ise